Hello, every single person watching this. Today, we are going to be covering GBP, JPY, and GBP AUD. We are looking for accurate markups for the week. We are looking to make sure that we can take advantage of these opportunities that the market presents itself to us. So I hope you all benefit from this video and gain some clarity on how to read GBP, JPY especially. My main pair is GBP, JPY, but I will be touching on GA as well. So yeah, let's see how we do. All right, so let's go on the monthly time frame. What can we see? I need to look at the monthly simply because I have no data here. I have no data, so I need to look at where price was previously in this area. It was back in January 2016 and 2015. So it's not as reliable, but that's all I got, right? But I can see at 176, 1, 2, 3 jabs into 176 before we pumped into 195. And that took 4 months to do so. So that was a huge move. I also can see that we are bullish, right? We're bullish in the monthly, it's clear as day. The June candle has not closed yet. We've still got another strong, solid 3 weeks. And yeah, so we need to see exactly where we think the market will be going. As you can see, when we have bullish structure, right, we have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, sorry, higher high. Now, we ideally want to be buying at the next higher low area, which could potentially be here, which could potentially be a potential double bottom. We don't know, right? We know price has to make this higher low or higher low potentially here. We don't know where it's going to be. So as you can see, if we actually bring this here in some way, right, we can see this is our next higher low. This is our higher high. Sorry, 1 second. This, yeah. So this is our higher high, higher low, higher high. So it looks like we're near the top. And so I don't really want to be looking for some buys here, especially if we're approaching an area which is very strong on the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame. We can clearly see 176 is a strong area. We're approaching that area. I don't want to really be buying below that area. If we get a strong close above on the weekly, I can look for retracements and then buy. But as of right now, I'm not interested. I want to be looking for some sells, right? Because it seems the most logical thing to do. I know some people say don't trade against the trend, etc. But in this case, is I only focus on GBP, JPY, and I feel like I have strong experience on this pair. So I am able to adapt some of my set rules that I had initially. That comes from experience, that comes from backtesting, that comes from pushing yourself to the limits with one pair and actually understanding how it moves. So we need to understand what's happening right here. On the weekly time frame, we can see, right, we had a nice wick to the downside and we had another leg to the downside, and we predicted this last week, and we said this is where we can capture some buys, right? I am not looking for buys up here, absolutely not. I'm not looking for buys here. I'm not looking for buys here. I'm looking for sells around this area, and I'm going to look for conservative sells. When I say conservative, I will show you what I mean on the lower time frames. So when you go on the daily time frame, we can see we had bullish momentum, of huge bullish momentum, and we closed below 175.500. We rejected this area cleanly, right? That if I go on the 4-hour time frame, I can see we left a wick into 175.500, and we continue to maintain below the first high which was made. So this telling me that we're stalling, right? We're starting to stall. Even if I look on the 30-minute time frame, here you can see the angle. We're moving in this angle, right? And now we're moving at a much more flatter angle. Our momentum is starting to slow down. This was much stronger. Now this is much weaker. We are moving more sideways. This tells us maybe we are resting for another leg to the upside of into 176, which I'm completely aware of, right? And that's when I can start looking for some sells potentially at 176. Or we can start making moves to the downside from this zone right here. We may do something like this. We may close and close back below, right? So obviously we're gonna open the market up in a few hours, and the market's gonna open, and we're gonna see the first few 4-hour candles. I don't like to trade on Sunday. I don't like to trade Sunday morning, Monday morning. When I mean Monday morning, I mean 2 a.m. London time when we're all asleep. I like to start trading from 6 a.m. onwards on a Monday, which is our morning time when we around roughly when we wake up. So I want those two 4-hour candles to continue to maintain below 175.500, but ideally give us another wick rejection below this area. And I will start looking for some sells. I'm going to take a conservative sell because obviously we are bullish overall. I want to break off this area right here. Yeah, I want to break off this area. I want the candle to close below something like this with a strong candle. I can take an entry after the closure of this candle, or I can wait for price to wick into this area, and then I can put my stops around here or even up there, and I can look for sells down into our next daily structural point of 174.283. I think if we are going to drop, whether it's from 176 or whether it's from here, I think we're going to drop down into 172.841. I think we're going to come back into this area right here. Yeah, I think we will. Why? Because we can see when the weekly is pulling back, I think it's going to have a bigger pullback this time. It's going to be a pullback like this. It's going to be a pullback into here or here. 172.841 or 171.247. That doesn't mean my take profit's going to be all the way down there because nothing's guaranteed in this market. So ideally, I want my stops to be around here. Stop take profit to be around here, sorry. So let's just say I do take an entry, and it goes out the way I said. It may not, but let's just say it does. And I have my stops like that, and I have a nice 1 2 3 risk to reward. So it's like, yeah, around 1 2 3, 1 to 2.9 risk to reward. And if it hits my TP and it breaks straight below, I wanted to retest this previous structure point. So let's just say we get a 4-hour candle closure like this. I want price to retrace into this area right here and push back down into here. And if it does that, I am done for the week. I'm happy. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm aware of this area, so I'm going to see how price responds. And that's what we are looking for. Let's see if we are correct again. We've been correct many consecutive weeks. And it doesn't matter. Even if we are wrong, it doesn't matter because it's about adapting to the market. We may fly through 176 and continue on. And guess what? I'm not taking an entry. I just don't feel comfortable buying in these zones, so I'm not going to take an entry. It's that simple. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's remove this. Yeah, let's see what happens. Can we retest, bang, drop, close below here, retest here or here, boom. Yeah, let's just say we can never get we can retest this wick right here, which lines up perfectly with this area here. So maybe let's just say price comes here and we don't get a rejection and we close below. I'm waiting for the retest into here. Boom. Easy trading, simple trading. Cool. Gbp AUD, very simple. We can see that we have broken structure on the weekly time frame, right? We had a higher low, higher low, higher low, and you can see now we've broken the higher low with this previous week candle. We've broken it. We've broken it, right? So we're bearish on the weekly time frame. And guess what? Look how amazing it is that we had to come into a monthly resistance for us to break the weekly structure. So weekly was bullish into our monthly resistance. And as soon as we tapped our monthly resistance, our weekly went bullish. So this tells us momentum is starting to shift. So do I want to be looking for buys? Absolutely not. Especially when we're below this envelope, below this resistance here, especially when we've broken structure on the weekly time frame, especially when they're bearish on the weekly time frame. It doesn't make no sense to be buying. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all. All right, you might think, oh, let me buy here, potentially. I don't feel comfortable doing that for two reasons. Number one, I've not backtested GA to that level where I'm confident enough to be trading against the trend. Secondly, it's not a high probability trade because we're bearish, right? So what I want to do is simply wait for a pullback. I'm expecting a bigger pullback. I think we're going to pull back into our previous daily structural point, which is a nice area of resistance as well. If you go on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that price came into this area and rolled over. Price came into this area and pumped. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah. The reason I don't want to be buying, because we could simply be making lower lows and lower highs on the 4 hour. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Literally, we could be doing that. So I'm not buying against that. I'm only selling with it. And selling makes sense here for me. If it doesn't come there, so be it. I just want one trade this week. I just want a 1 to 2.5 or a 1 to 3. I just want 3% for the week. That's all I want. And I'm sure the market will present an opportunity for 3% at least. If it doesn't, so be it. It doesn't matter. I'll wait till next week. The market has plenty of opportunities. I'm not FOMOing when I know the market presents so many opportunities. I've made the mistake every single week, most weeks, where I rush into a trade. But then the market is just full of opportunities. Full. Let's just go back until May 29th, which is 12 days ago. Opportunity, 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 opportunity. Like there's so many opportunities, right? I know it's easy to say after, but if you actually do your sharp analysis, you can see where the opportunities are, right? If you go back 10 more days, opportunity, opportunity, break off this area, opportunity, opportunity, opportunities here, opportunities here, opportunity here, opportunity here, opportunities here. Like there's opportunities everywhere in the market. So I'm not FOMOing. Like if I was to, let's just say this is the future and I miss this trade, there might be an opportunity here or here or here or here. That's how you need to look at it. Just be patient. Don't worry. Don't feel rushed. Don't let your life, let your job, let your external situations affect you, and don't bring that to the market. Keep yourself clear. Keep your mind clear for this market. This week, focus on, in this week, you're going to say to yourself, I want everyone to do this who's watching this video. I'm going to stay calm and relax. I am going to flow in and out of the market with ease. If an opportunity presents itself, I am going to enter aggressively. If an opportunity does not enter itself, it's not a problem. I will wait till the market presents an opportunity to me. It may not be this week. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be this week. It may not be this month. It doesn't matter. I'm not losing, so I'm good, right? You need to have that mentality, right? You need to be, my best advice is you need to be patient but aggressive. Meaning that you be patient, you wait for price to come to your zone, you wait for price to show you that it's rejecting and maintaining below or above your desired area. And when it does do that, you enter aggressively. You don't hesitate and wait for the 17th confirmation. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. I hope that was educational to you all. And I look forward to recapping this week on Friday. Thank you. Take care. Have a great week. Let's go.